Hey there, Fit Fam. Welcome to the only podcast where we're breaking the mold and rewriting the rules. I'm here to debunk the myths, spill the tea, and serve a hefty dose of reality. No matter where you're at in your journey, we've got something for everybody. So buckle up because we're about to unleash the basics in the most unapologetic way possible. From shedding pounds to embracing your inner badass, I'm here to remind you that skinny is so last season and the basics are anything but boring. So grab your favorite piece of protein and your water bottle and get ready to be empowered, entertained, and educated because being a basics bitch has never looked this good. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Don't Call Me Skinny. Thanks so much for joining me today. First, just want to say happy fucking New Year 2025. Hard to believe that we are already here, but we are here. It is wild. I just felt like it was never coming. And then now all of a sudden it's like, blah, in our face. And here we are, we have arrived. You have 6 more days to join into Fat Loss Basics group coaching program. Still calling in 6 ladies. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing out there. You're just like hanging out, like, just like, oh, I really wanted to do something. Yeah, I really need to get healthy and shit, but like, I just don't feel like it. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, but 6 ladies, I'm calling you in. I would love to have you join us. I would love to have you be a part of this bigger thing. And I want to talk a little bit about walking into 2025, raw dogging it, not having a plan, and what it's really going to require you to start doing in this coming year in order to really like bear down and get with it and get off this roller coaster that you've been on riding your fucking whole life for most of you. I know that was my story. As you can tell, I still kind of have this like residual shit. I do feel a lot better though. Went back to in-person training this week, so I'm happy and excited about that. But that being said, I want to talk a little bit about what this requires of you when it comes to your health. A lot of people really talk about like, eat your protein, drink your water, hit your macros, make sure you sleep. Like these are all things that we talk about. And these are all very important things. And I'm not wrong when I say that this is a part of what we do. It is a part of what we do. Okay. But the bigger piece of what we do is getting to the root cause, getting to the underlying reason. It's not about your inability to show up consistently, but it's why are you not capable of doing that? What is it about that does not allow you to show up, okay, consistently? What is it that allows you to not show up, you know, when you're not motivated? What is it that you fall off? You know, January 19th comes around, new year, new me, wee, and you fucking tank. Okay. What is it about? Like, why does this happen? That is the problem that you need to fucking solve. You haven't solved it, which is why you keep doing the same shit over and over again. And if you were on my email list, you got an email yesterday about raw dogging in 2025 and how the majority of you out there are totally fine with just fucking sitting back, doing nothing, thinking about wanting to change and not taking any fucking action and doing it. Like, that is the reality of it. Like, you don't actually want to do something, right? I put in here, God forbid you do something different. God forbid you fucking raise your hand and say you need some help. God forbid you make an investment out of yourself, out of fear, out of lack of self-worth, out of the inability to know that you deserve more. Instead, let's just keep wishing and hoping and wanting more, right? Like, you can keep hoping and wanting and thinking and wishing and not doing something, right? And you're not going to get anywhere. The same fucking place that you're getting this year in 2024, which for the majority of you is fucking nowhere. Fucking nowhere. Literally, I had so random. Another lady found me on TikTok, had a call with her yesterday. She signed up for one-on-one coaching. Yeah. She awesome. Not waiting till fucking January 1st. She fucking made this appointment like a week and a half ago, signed up yesterday. Boom, done. Sold, right? Done. And she literally was like, you know, I know what to do. I just cannot hold my own self accountable of doing it. That is 99% of you out there fucking listening. The majority of you know that you don't have to fucking remove carbs or not eat sugar. Like, the majority of you are very well aware of this, but it's what you think that you need to do because it makes you feel good for doing something, aka dopamine, all the things that we've been talking about the last few weeks on my podcast, right? Makes you feel like this thing. And a lot of this comes from your inner, what you believe about yourself, your inner talk, your inner beliefs, your inner self, I don't even know what your limitations, right? Like, a lot of this becomes the things that you just believe about yourself to be true, and therefore they're true in your eyes, right? I will say this. When I started going consistently at 250 pounds to going to the gym, it was the most uncomfortable shit I did possibly my entire life, besides one moment that I can think of that really was embarrassing my whole life, okay? And it was a terrible moment, but like going to the gym, not feeling like I belonged, wondering if people were looking at me, really unsure like what the fuck I was really doing, because while my husband was trying to help me, I like refused to lift weights. I refused to do the things that I know I should have been doing, but like that stuff's scary and that's not actually going to work for me because I don't believe it is, right? Okay. There was a piece of me that even though I felt all those things, even though I felt like, yep, this is where I'm at. I don't belong here. All these things. There was also a piece of me that kept telling myself every single day, if you want this, if you don't want to quit like you've always done, you have to start believing something different about who you are. So I might not like where I'm at. I might not enjoy what I look like. I might not be happy or comfortable in my skin, but I can do something about it. I am the one in control that can change it. I am the person that is going to save me. Nobody's coming to save me. I have to motherfucking save myself, right? That is all true. And so as I continued to go through this process, as I continued to learn about my food, and what I didn't even realize was the bigger pieces of me that were changing. Like it was very surface level in the very beginning for me, which is again, probably the norm for the majority of people, right? Probably the norm for, I want to feel better. I can't fit in my clothes. I'm fat. I don't want my husband to touch me. All these things, the majority of you start because of you don't like how you look. You don't like how you fucking look. That is why you begin, right? Same for me. It was very surface level. And it wasn't almost probably a year into coaching. Like, I'm not kidding you. I told a very good coaching friend of mine about this, but it was probably a year into coaching that I finally figured out like, oh, I did so much more work than I ever thought I did. Like I did so much more inner work than I realized because I didn't hire a coach during this process. I didn't go to therapy during this process. I wasn't working with somebody to help me like realize these pieces that were actually changing about me without knowing. Like I had no fucking clue. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. This is where we're going. This is what we're doing. This is the thing. Okay, great. So I start changing. And then I start believing things differently about myself. Like, oh my God, I am a person that works out regularly. I am a person that's consistent in the gym. I am a person that has boundaries. I am a person that can say no to things that don't serve me, not because I have to, but because I'm choosing to do it. I am a person that can have one and stop. I am a person that can do these things because I believe that I can. I believe in myself that actually I can do these things. I am. And you want to know what? It didn't take getting there for me to get there. It didn't take getting there for me to see that I could do those things. It was in all the times that I did it anyways, all the times that I went when I didn't want to, when I wasn't motivated, when I didn't know what I was doing, and I never fucking quit on myself. You want to know what? It was the other version of me that I was reaching towards that was saying, it's okay. Keep coming. It's like a rope and it's pulling you in. It's like, okay, we got another step forward. Okay, another step forward. That's what it was. And some of you may like listen to these, like, I don't want to call them woo-woo people or woo-woo podcasts, but you're talking about like this higher version of yourself, this next level version, right? Though that's what it was. It was the person on the other side of the thing that I felt like I could never get through and break through. And then all of a sudden, boom, I was there. But it wasn't because I waited until I was there to believe that I could get there. It's like, okay, it's just the next thing. It's just the next marker. Oh, I'm down to 225. Okay. What's the next marker? Okay. I'm down to 215. Holy shit. Okay. Boom. I'm down to 199. Oh my God. Holy shit. Boom. I'm down again. Now I'm lifting and look at my muscles and all these things were changing and everything was shifting. And it all happened so fast and so slow all at the same time. I look back and I think about 9 years ago, and it's like, my God, it seems like forever ago, but also it happened in the blink of an eye. It changed so quickly, so drastically. The first year that I started lifting, that first year, it was wild how much I shifted. My body shifted, my brain shifted, my emotions shifted, everything shifted. And I had no idea what was happening. I had no idea. This was that next level version of me. This was the Sarah on the other side who could never get to the fucking other side going, keep going, let's go, let's go. And I'm going to tell you this. Part of why you're stuck, a lot of the reason is why you cannot get to the other side is because you don't believe you can. You don't even know what the fuck that next level version of you is, what she looks like, what she's thinking, what she desires, all these things. You have no fucking idea because you're so stuck in your victim shithole that you cannot get out of anything else. You can't. You're like, oh my God, I'm just meant to be this way. I'm just broken. I'm not a person that can eat just one. I have a binge issue. And you define yourself with these words. Okay, man, I have a really hard time eating just one Oreo, but I know that at some point, this is the goal for me is that I want to be able to eat just one Oreo. I want to be that person. So it's not about asking yourself, what do I have to do in the moment? What do I have to do right now? What does the me right now need? It's what does that version of me need? How is she going to get there? How does she look? How does she act? How does she talk? How does she show up? That is the goal. You are not going to be able to get to the other side. You are not going to be able to get where you want to go without understanding, visualizing, seeing, looking at, digging into your highest self, your next level version of you. You're not. Oh, I get caught up. I can't track my macros. I can't do anything. I just can't. And you live in this victimhood shit mentality. There are so many reasons to say no to things. There are so many reasons we can't do things. There are so many reasons. And you want to know what? Everybody who's gotten to the other side, everybody who has crossed the rainbow bridge to get over there, everybody that you look at and you go, man, must be nice, has gotten that because not of them honing in on who they are in the moment, but because at some point you have to shed that version of yourself to get over there. That's what I call it. So this was my 2024 word was shed. And let me tell you, wow. Wow. Boundaries went up like a motherfucker. I shed things out of my business that didn't serve me. I shed things out of my life that didn't serve me. I shed things in relationships that don't serve me. All sorts of shit. And I'm going to do a podcast maybe next week on what my 2025 word is because I'm actually extremely excited about it. Like so fucking excited because it's actually going to be part of my business model. It's like actually going to be a piece of what I teach and coach and all the things. But it doesn't get there. I'm not getting to that version. Like what I see for myself in the future, I can't keep doing the same things I'm doing now and expect that I'm going to get to where I want to go. That's serving this version of myself. It's like, okay, I've created this great group program. Wonderful. Awesome. You should join it. It's called Fat Loss Basics. It's going to fucking help you. Learn the basics of foundational health. That's what you fucking need. Majority of women. Okay. Cool story. Great. I am already there. So what is next? What do I do now? How do I get to this other place that I want to go? I desire to get in front of people. I desire to speak on stages. Well, if I'm just here creating content like on my phone, is that going to get me into other places? No. Guess what I have to do? What would the person that's already on stage speaking at people about my new 2025 word? What is she doing? How did she get there? What is she doing to be there? What is she acting like? What is she talking like? Who is she in rooms with? What is she doing in order to be that person? It's not about what I'm doing right now, right? What I'm doing right now is going to keep me right where I'm at, which is fine. If that's what I desired, I'm like, hey, cool. Let's mellow here. This is awesome. This is great. But if that is not what I want, then I have to do something different, right? The very first thing, in my opinion, for me, that I have to do is by today, yesterday, December 31st. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to do it. I have no idea. But I'll tell you this, the next version of me already would have done this because that's what she wants to do, right? There is a women's conference in Michigan that I would like to go speak at. It's in our capital in Lansing. And you have to apply to speak there. I don't have any of this material that they want answers to. I have nothing. I'm like, I would have to fudge some shit together and hopefully it all makes sense. I mean, I have an idea again about what I want to speak about, but at the same time, I'd have to then put it into words and hit a submit button and apply. Well, that's a lot fucking different because what could happen if I don't get it? What could happen if I hit that submit button? Well, I could get it or I don't. Or they say, hey, sorry, but we don't like your shit. Bye. Next time, maybe apply next year. Good luck. And then what happens? Well, fuck, that's hurt feelings, right? That's emotional. It's like, man, then you start doubting and questioning, is this what I'm supposed to do? Man, I don't even know. Well, guess what? The other version of me that's already on stage that's speaking already knows what the fuck I have to do to get there. And she is going to be pulling me every fucking step of the way. Piece by piece, step by step, brick by brick, however you want to fucking lay this shit out for yourself, go for it. The other shift that I'm making in my business in 2025 is teen athletes. I pushed the brakes on this right now because the last 7-8 weeks have been absolute disaster in my home with trying to fucking figure out sickness and illness and being sick and taking care of the sick and all the things that I had to pump the brakes on it because I'm like, I can't even give energy to this and still serve my clients. So the last 7 to 8 weeks, I've really just been focusing on serving my clients and getting people into Fat Loss Basics group coaching. That has been my focus. Sending some emails, getting out content, that kind of a thing. That's what I've been doing. Guess what that's not going to get me? It's not going to get me in the room with teens to help them so that we can fill a gap for when they go from high school or club swim into high school swim and getting in and understanding how to train appropriately for their sport and eat nutritionally for their sport. It's not going to do that. Putting out a reel about how much protein you should eat is not going to get me where I want to go. Whoa, good job. Go me. Maybe I educated somebody. That's awesome. Great. But it's not going to get me on stage. It's not going to get me where I want to go with teen athletes. And yes, I'm still going to be doing my business. I'm still going to do my one-on-one coaching. I'm still going to be doing it. And you're going to be like, Sarah, how can you do this? Because that Sarah can do it all. I already know she can. I'm watching her. I'm visualizing this. Like I visualize myself on the stage. I can see myself doing it. So all this to say, you guys, if you want something different in 2025, you have to start doing things not the way you're doing things. You cannot keep doing shit the same fucking way right now as you've been and then go, I don't know why nothing's different. I've really thought about getting healthy, but it's really hard. Yeah, it's fucking hard. This shit's not easy. Like, if you think this conversation has anything to do with easy, you need to shut it down and go watch all my content or listen to some more podcasts. Because this is not easy. Doing this is not easy. Doing this is extremely difficult. Doing this is extremely hard. Getting healthy is not easy. Going to that next version of yourself is not easy because you have to start visualizing, what is she doing? What does she look like? What is she wearing? What does she sound like? How does she talk? Who does she hang out with? What does she not tolerate anymore? What boundaries does she put up? How does she carry herself? When she walks in a room, what do people do? That is what we have to figure out. That is what we need to get to. So if you're doing these things, and as I said, I on this journey, right, on my own health journey, it's like, what is the version of you that goes to the gym every day? What is she doing? What does she have to do to get to that point? Does she hire somebody? Does she have a plan? Or is she just fucking raw dogging shit? I don't really know what I'm supposed to eat. I can't eat carbs. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can eat sugar. Yes, you can. You can still have fruit. Yes, you can. You can still eat out with your friends and go on date night. Yes, you can. But what is that version, right? Prime example. Here we go. Prime example. Last night, me and my husband, we went on a date night. I said, okay, we were contemplating between two different spots. I said, let's go here because I know I can get a multiple different things. And I don't know really what I want. So I don't want to be pigeonholed into getting the one thing that I typically get at one place. I want to be able to have a variety of things that I can pick and choose from. So I ended up with a salad and I got like double protein. And if you are like, watch my Instagram, I posted about this last night. It was a lot of fucking protein. Okay. But that's what this version of me does. I was doing this when I weighed 200 pounds still. I would go out and I would still get that. I was paying attention at 200 pounds. I was paying attention to what I was doing when I was eating out. How can I maximize this to get me where I want to go that aligns with my goals? How does the 165 pound Sarah, how does she do that? How does the consistent Sarah do that? How does the still has boundaries but can enjoy life and live do that? What does she do? That's what she does. So that's what I did. Even last night, 9 years fucking later, guys, 9 years fucking later, I still pay attention. I'm still paying attention. Because that's that next level version of me. I'm not getting where I want to go without going, what is she going to do? The non next level version of me would have probably gone to the other restaurant or not even cared about what restaurant she went to, never looked at a fucking menu, whatever, got an appetizer, had 3 or 4 drinks, got some high fucking calorie meal, either pizza or this huge pasta dish. And there's nothing wrong with getting either of those. By the way, you can still get those things if you plan your day accordingly. It's just not what I wanted to do. I don't want to feel bad about, hey, you do have a goal still. Hey, also, I'm doing Mission 180. It's all moving to a Telegram chat if you want in on that. But like, that is my plan. So if I still want this, I still have to fucking make moves to get there. Right? And I'm still at a point where I'm coming down off of my bulk and I'm like, okay, what did that version of me do? Like, what was she still doing that I'm not doing right now? 2.5 years ago. What was that version of me doing? That's not happening now. My life is a lot different now. I have kids in high school. I have kids very heavily in sports. My business looks different. My husband is home full time. Like, his job is chaotic. Like, there's a lot that's not the same. So I'm probably going to have to do things differently than that version of me did. Like, how do I still make all this work? How does this all work? How do I put all these pieces together? And some of you are doing this all by yourself. Some of you are out here just fucking throwing shit at a wall, hoping it sticks and going, well, I can't understand why I'm not getting where I want to go. Sorry. I've hired coaches. I have a business coach still. She's not a quote unquote health coach. She's a neuro-based coach. And I hired her. So I've had her all December and we have all of January that we're working together. Will I hire her after January? We'll see how January goes. So again, it's like I am doing the things now that I didn't do before. I'm hiring somebody that I didn't hire before. I am setting myself up to have the best success possible. So that way, when I'm not doing these things, when I'm not holding myself accountable appropriately, I have somebody that goes, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Hey. And literally that's, after this lady had talked, after my new client had been talking, she's like, I really just need accountability. I said, you know what? You are so lucky because that is my job. Like, I'm so glad that you're here because my job is to help hold you accountable. That is my job. When you don't show up for yourself, I'm going to be knocking on your door, not literally, but figuratively. I'm going to be knocking on your door going, hey, what's going on? Where'd you go? What's going on? I've noticed, blah, blah, blah. We're not tracking our food. I've noticed, blah, blah, blah. You haven't had a workout in over a week. And it probably wouldn't take me a week to figure that out. So, right? That's the reality. That is the truth. What does that version of you look like? Who is she? You need to start asking yourself these questions. Not, what do I have to do January 1st to lose 27 pounds? It's, what do I have to do to get to be the person that goes consistently? What do I have to do to be the person that can say no when she needs to and rest? What do I have to do to be the person that, has boundaries? What do I do to be the person that can have just one Oreo cookie and not fucking binge eat them? What do I have to do so that I have capacity throughout my day that I can regulate myself? So when I come home, I don't want to drown myself in a bottle of whiskey or wine or whatever your thing is. What do I have to do to become that person? And that's the action that you need to start taking in 2025. Stop fucking playing small. Stop fucking doing the same shit over and over again. Stop fucking thinking that you're going to get out of this thing without doing the fucking hard work. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. 2025 does not have to look the same as 2024 if you don't want it to. And if you want it to look the same, you know what? That's okay. Just stop bitching about it. Just stop bitching you're getting nowhere. Just stop bitching about how busy you are. Stop bitching about how whiny you are. Stop bitching about how tired you are and how nothing fits and how you feel uncomfortable and that your husband doesn't want to sleep with you. Stop bitching. It's cool if that's what you want, but stop fucking bitching. So many women are out there bitching that they're not getting the result they want, doing the same fucking shit that they keep doing. You can't. The shit that got you where you are, you can't keep doing that shit. It'll keep you where you are. You got to do it differently. You got to go outside your comfort zone. You got to fucking rise the fuck up. Rise the fuck up. That was a hint. That was a hint. Here we go. I hope you guys have a great new year. If this made your panties get in a little bit of a twist, cool. If this made you want to punch me in the face, that's cool. Send me a message and let me know. Like, dude, you were mean. I want to fucking punch you in the face. That tells me I hit a nerve. Tells me I hit a nerve. If you are like, oh my God, preach, sister, fucking cool. Tell me that too. Tell me that too. Because I'm not here to play small. That version of me that's on stage does not play small. She plays big. So 2025, we're getting a little bit of a shift here. Getting a little bit of a shift. So I hope you guys have a great new year. I hope you guys be intentional about what you're doing. Don't make a fucking New Year's resolution. Just don't do it. Just stop. Don't do a 2025 New Year's resolution. Fucking just start making changes and be the person that you really truly desire to be on the other side. Be her. See her. Ask her what the fuck she needs. Make her feel heard. You know what? You just might get where you want to go.